We started with the system of analog forestry to try and provide an answer for the challenges that was faced in southern countries like Sri Lanka, where we have a very large population of poor rural communities. And at the same time, we have areas of extremely threatened biodiversity and forests. Focus on the anthropogenic need, the human need, you could lose out with some of your species. Looking at production, if you focus only on the natural need, the humans cannot exist in that area. It's difficult for them to live. So using analog forestry, we're combining those two needs, those basic needs from those two areas, and we're trying to have a system that both can coexist in.
The intention, the objective is to bring back the forest so that it can perform the original ecological services that a forest should give. Clean air, good supply of water, and products that would be useful to man. We wanted to bring back the forest biodiversity in terms of using our native tree species, and at the same time are able in the long term recruit wildlife, birds and other plants and other mammals. And enhance, most especially, enhance the income of marginal farmers, because by diversifying your farm, you are making sure that farmers have other income aside from the trees.
The process of analog forestry would be first to identify the needs of a farmer. The second step would be to map the farmer's land with the farmer and identify what his production output would be. The third phase would be actually replanting and enhancing the system of production. And then the next step is to work with the farmer to achieve accreditation, which would be organic accreditation as well as forest garden accreditation.
ඒ කියන්නේ අවම තමයි පාවිච්චි කරේ. ඒකත් නතර කළා. ඊට පස්සේ අපි ස්වභාවික විදියට මේ කොම්පෝස් යොදලා වගාව කරගෙන ආවා. ඉතින් මුලින් ආදායම පොඩ්ඩක් අඩු වුණත් ඊට පස්සේ පහු වෙනකොට ඒක හරි ගියා. ඉතින් අපිට ඒකෙන් පේනවා ගොඩක් සත්තු එහෙම ගැවසීම් වැඩි, වසවිස නැති නිසා. ඉතින් දැන්ටත් ඉතින් අපි සත්තුන් ගහනේ ගොඩක් වැඩි. මේ කොම්පෝස් පාවිච්චි නිසා. ඉතින් ඒ සත්තු ගහනේ වැඩි කියන ඉතින් අපිටත් හිත කරයි කියන එක මිනිස්සයාට හිත කරයි. ඒක නිසා මේකෙන් අපි ඉතින් ලෙඩ රෝග වලින් තොරව ජීවත් වීම තමයි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
This is the soil, this is our life actually. So if you have a good soil with it, you can take them more.
The soil is the main thing for us, because of without good soil we can't work with that. I mean the soil, there's a power of the soil. If you have a good soil, get good water and sunlight, so we can produce more.
I think compost පාවිච්චි කරනකොට ඒක ස්වභාවික හින්දා මේ ලෙඩ රෝගයි අනිත් එක නියඟට වරුත්තු දෙනවා. ඒක නිසා අපි ඒක මේ දිගටම කරගෙන යනවා. තව ඉතින් කියන්නේ පොළවේ විශේෂයෙන් මේ නියඟ කාල වලට වරුත්තු දෙනවා වගාවල්.
Then the frog thought that there's a good place for having a nest, and they put in the nest. This is the diversity. Then this is the maturity of the. If you can keep our land, so that we can bring into the diversity into our land.
We wanted them to understand the importance of restoring the forest in terms of vegetation, habitat, the value of the trees, and at the same time using it as a source of livelihood.
A forest gardener who is certified as a forest gardener is a person who not only follows organic principles, but a person who rebuilds the environment, who improves the quality of water, who adds to the biodiversity, who builds the quality of the soil. A forest gardener is someone, a farmer that gives back to the earth, gives back to the village, and actually enhances the cropping system. What we look at is the human needs. If there is a community nearby, if there is a community harvesting from this particular forested area, we try and build into the canopy structure fruits and spices and other economically important species that the community can actually benefit from as well.
සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගස්වල පළදාවෙන් වැඩි. පළතුරු මේ ගම්මිරිස්සෙම වෙනදට වැඩි හොඳ මේ ආදායමක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ලෙඩ රෝග වලින් දැන් ගස් කොළන් නිදහස්. මේ ගස් කොළන් වල තේ ගස් වලට මේ හැදෙන ලෙඩ රෝග එහෙම ඒව දැන් ගොඩක් අඩුයි.
Analog Forestry brings in a lot of different crops. It could be crops that a tea company or a tea estate needs in its tea production. It could be the production of lemongrass for lemongrass tea. So we bring in other elements of production into the large-scale crop. We have achieved coffee being grown on tea lands, tea being cropped in forest gardens, and we have achieved diversification of many essential and important economically valuable crops for the local producers in Sri Lanka. One thing that's important is a very strong market linkage for these products that the communities are developing. So things like organically certified spice products, FGP certified fruits, are all outcomes of this analog forest in a sense. Certification of FGP products, forest garden products, are carried out by a third-party company called FGPIC that visit our farmers and they see whether our farmers are carrying out their production in the correct manner, they're not using any insecticides or pesticides, they're restoring the environment, they check the water quality, the soil quality, and if the farmer achieves all those milestones, they get the opportunity to sell their product as forest garden products. We see a great benefit by linking to corporates internationally who would like to work with us to help restore forests, watersheds and the quality of life in countries like Sri Lanka. One of the outputs of tree cropping is carbon sequestration. Carbon sequestration obviously is a need in the globe at the moment, and we invite corporates and international companies to join us to help our farmers sequester carbon and actually make real change at village level so that we can change and mitigate climate change at a global level.
Coming here to Sri Lanka did not only allow us to see their forest, what they are doing here, but also we had an experience of planting native trees. It gives us a chance to help in the restoration process. And I hope that I'll come back in the future and see that tree growing.